Your POV. It was now morning. Yesterday afternoon, Izzy told me he would be in the league with the league today for an important meeting. So it was just me and my little Nimizumi. But it looked like she was still asleep. But I got up just to check on her. Walking out of my room and into hers, she was still asleep. Good. I should get ready for the day. I should get ready for the day. Since she's asleep, I have time to myself. Making me breakfast and eating it, and once I was done, she had woken up, yelling out "Mama" for what she was the only word she knew to say. Walking into her room, she stopped crying and called out once more. "Oh, baby, Mama's here," I said, picking her up and embracing her. Well, trying to, but still cute. Making our way to the kitchen so she could eat some baby food since she was the age to stop breastfeeding. God, how she's grown. Once she was done, I placed her down so she could play and so I could get some housework done since, well, I can't go outside of the front door, which is the only door to leading outside. She was so cute with her giggles going throughout the house, and even trying to say some other words, but sadly failing. She had been calling out for me once I was putting dishes away. Walking up to her, she giggled out and put her hands up in the air, which meant she wanted to be picked up. "Oh, my little princess," I said, picking her up, then continuing. "I don't know, but why do you have to be so cute?" I said, pinching her little nose, and her giggling once more. She then babbled in her own way, which I thought was cute. I should teach her how to speak soon, for she'll need it if she needs to get some things. Sitting down on the couch with her facing me, I said, "Can you say Daddy?" I said with her face looking like she was trying to think. "Come on, say Daddy. He'll be happy. You like Daddy, right?" I asked, and then puffed her little cheeks out like she didn't like her own father. "Please, for Mommy?" I asked her once more. Then she tried. "Dada," she said, which made me happy. "Yes, now do you know who Daddy is?" I asked her. Then she pointed to a picture of me and Izu. "Yes, my smart girl," I said, kissing her little cheeks. With her giggling more, I hugged her to my chest. After having our little cuddle session, remembering her giggles were still in my mind, and now all that was asleep, tired of playing and the cuddling. Getting up from the couch and placing her down for her nap, then walking to the lights and turning them off, and closing the door behind me. Then walking to my room and laying down and looking at the ceiling. But I'm not so tired yet. Thinking about class 1A and thinking on what they would think of me leaving forever. I hope they understand that this is for me and Numizumi's safety. Now getting up from the bed to see what was on TV, turning it on to see, well, I don't know. It was the city that had been completely destroyed. Apparently half of the people of this city died in this chaos. Then looking at it closer, it was decaying slowly, and I knew it was Shigaraki. Looking at the time, it was around 5:30, and still no Izu. I wanted to ask him for what they were doing and planning. I was worried for this would get out of hand. I didn't want to move away from Nimizumi, or worse. Then I knocked at the door. I looked through the peephole, and no one was there. Stepping back from the door, I bumped into someone. Looking behind me, it was Dabi with Nimizumi. Look what we have here, he said, his hand engulfing in flames, but not the one with Nimizumi. Well, what are you doing? I did nothing, I cried out. Yeah, but I have orders to kill both of you, so say goodbye to your little girl, he said before the whole house had been engulfed in blue flames. Waking up from the bed I quickly got up and went to check on Nimizumi. She was fine. Then going to the TV news. Nothing was on. Only about heroes and what they were up to. So, I guess it was a nightmare, right? Then, the door opened to see Izu. Hey, Yin, he said when he saw me. Did Shigaraki destroy the whole city? I asked, stuttering out. What are you talking about? He did none of that. Are you okay? He said, looking at me. I didn't know, but I was crying now. No, I'm not good. I had a nightmare about Dabi killing me and Nimizumi. He was ordered to. I yelled out, crying more, and then falling to the ground. Izu leaning down to me and hugging me tightly. Oh, Yin, if that ever happened, I would never. Nimizumi's our child, and I wouldn't let anyone touch her, he said, then kissing the top of my head. Is Nimizumi in bed? He asked me. Yes, she is. Yes, it was 2 p.m. when I put her in her crib, I whispered out. Okay, so about 3 hours, he said, looking at the clock. It was 5 p.m.? Okay, I'm going to run a cold bath. Can you get into get you some comfortable clothes? He asked. Yes, I said. He helped me up, and once we were both up, he kissed my forehead, and then I went to the bathroom so I could. Then he walked into the bathroom so I could walk into our bedroom. Once I had been done with my cold bath, Izzy was in the kitchen making what looked to be my favorite dish. When he was done, I ate it, and when I finished, he told me to lay down in our bedroom. I did. Now we were cuddling, and that's when I fell asleep. Family we love. Your POV. It was now morning. Izu let me sleep in just for the little nightmare. Walking out of the room, I saw the most cutest thing ever. I think Nimizumi had just woken up and now was saying Daddy over and over again. And Izu looked so happy to know who she was talking to. Did you know she could do that? He yelled out to me once he saw me. I giggled and said, Yes, I did, Izu. No fair, he huffed out. She followed right after. They looked like a carbon copy. Why do you keep being so cute? He said, standing up and then walking to me. Would be jealous if he said, then kissing me. She huffed out. She was jealous. Are you jealous of me giving Mommy a kiss? God, why did he call me Mommy? Now I think we should eat, he said, hugging both of us and walking to the kitchen island and sitting me down and placing Nimizumi in her high chair. Sorry, Izu, but why did you put us here? I asked. Oh, I made breakfast, he said, smiling at me, then placing down a plate and then feeding Nimizumi. Is this what my mother talked about, having a perfect family? But I still can't accept this for what he's done to me. Then once I thought of my mother, I asked, Izu, can I talk with my mother and father, please? I asked as he looked at me in surprise. Like writing? Because I'm still not allowed to let you outside, he said, looking back at Nimizumi. Well, anything. I don't care. I just want to make sure that my parents are okay. I said, if it's okay, then writing will, he asked, kissing my cheek. And Nimizumi, of course, as jealous of this little thing. Okay, I'll send them. he said, picking up Nimizumi and walking to her playpen and walking back to sit with me. Thank you, Izu, and the meal was great. I said, standing up and placing my dish in the empty sink. Want to cuddle? He asked me as I returned to him. He looked like he was his middle school self again, with his big eyes that anyone could love. And I spoke out. As long as I get to read Spider Lily, I said. Which one? You have two, he said. The one by Ray, aka me. What else? I asked, walking to our room and taking the book. Once back in the living room, he was on the couch watching Numizumi. I'm back, Izu, and you seem to be enjoying watching her, I giggled out. Well, she liked to say Mommy and Daddy. I think she's playing house, see? He said, pointing to her. It looked like she was, playing with a male and a female doll. She was babbling and saying Mommy and or Daddy, with having a littler doll, which looked like a baby or a toddler. She looked like she had caught on some of the TV shows I watched. Thanks for my mother for making me like them. Then, sitting next to Izu, he wrapped his arms around my waist and started to snuggle in my neck, which, oh god, this is gonna be a little spicy, sorry guys, making me mew out a bit. Izu, please stop. Nimizumi is here, I said, trying not to mew even more. Ooh, I know you love it, he teased. If you keep doing this, I'm going to leave, I whooped out. Fine, I'll stop because I don't want you to leave me. He cuddled into my neck and looking at Nimizumi. Finally, starting to read, I noticed that both of them had honestly fell asleep, moving Izu a bit, then now going to pick up the sleeping baby, well now toddler, and then walking to put her in her bed, and then going back to Izu, and going back into my place, and then laying Izu's head on my lap. He looked well, so well put into peace, like he had nothing to worry about, falling asleep just like him. So this is Class 1A's POV. He's been in his room for a long time, Mina said. Well, yeah, Yin's gone. He doesn't want to leave. Well, she can't. She's doing it for Nimizumi, Kirishima protested. But we have to do something. My autocorrect said Dennis, it's Denki, yelled out. Calm down, Denki. The teachers and the pros are planning something. I overheard them, Jira said. We can't let the league get away with this, Ida said. Then they noticed Bakugo, coming with the letter in hand. Deku, stupid to let Yin write this, he said, putting it up in the air. What do you mean? Some of the class asked. Under a black light has a different writing, he spoke out. What? How? And why? Most of the class said. Take a look, he said, putting a black light and putting the light to the paper and it saying, if you are reading this part, you're smart, Katsuki, which I guess you knew something was off about the letter. Part of it is true, but the saying with Izu to keep Nimizumi safe and keep Izu close so I can get more information. But sadly, Katsuki, I hate to admit this, but I've grown feelings for Izu. But I still love you. I hate it. But Nimuzumi's fine. She said, Mommy, so far. I hope to see you again. I can't go out or the league would kill me. Katsuki, all I know is that I'm in a forest. I hear birds in the morning. And in the morning, there's almost always sun. I hope to see you in good health. And I'm sorry for falling for Zu. Love, Yin. And that was all that was written. Bakugo looked mad at her, but still sad that she was gone. And they knew he was going to find her. So, hello everyone. This is Willow, if you haven't seen on the thing. So what I want to say is that thank you for listening to this story. So there is more parts to this coming soon. There is set in stone, win, question mark, what trap, question mark, meanings, a straight up mess, and we made a mess, and then that's all the chapters I have run so far. And if you guys haven't noticed, Spider Lily is another book I have written, which is kind of a Demon Slayer one, which is I'm going to say this, but Muzan. It was for my friend. And if you guys are wanting Demon Slayer, then I can do it, but I will probably be mostly doing My Hero Academia. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.